Next, we are calculating the input resistance and output resistance of the differential amplifier. Okay, but here we are calculating the input resistance. We are consider the some important points. That is, in this differential amplifier circuit, we want to estimating the input resistance of this Q1 transistor. At the time, the Q2 transistor input voltage should be equal to 0. It means that in this given circuit, this voltage should be grounded. Okay, and for example, we want to estimating the input resistance of this Q2 transistor. At the time, the Q1 transistor input voltage should be equal to 0. It means that this V1 voltage should be grounded. Okay, and now here we are estimating the input resistance of this Q1 transistor. Okay, at the time this voltage should be equal to 0, and we know that the input resistance is the ratio of the input voltage of this Q1 transistor. So here what is the input voltage? V1 by what is the input current? IB1. Okay, at the time the Q2 transistor input voltage should be 0. Okay, so with respect to this formula, we are estimating the input resistance of the differential amplifier. Okay, and in this Q1 transistor, the emitter current IE1 equal to what? IE1 equal to V1 of RE dash plus RE minus RE into V2 whole by RE dash plus RE whole square minus RE square. Okay, and in this equation we are assuming the V2 equal to 0. Therefore, IE1 equal to V1 of RE dash plus RE whole by RE dash plus RE whole square minus RE square. Okay, this term equal to 0. Okay, and we know that in the CE configuration, IC1 equal to beta into IB1. Okay, therefore IB1 equal to IC1 by beta, that is equal to, so in this common emitter configuration, the input current, that is base current, equal to small. Therefore we are assuming the collector current equal to emitter current by beta. Okay, therefore here we will get IB1 equal to, what is the IE1? IE1 equal to V1 of RE dash plus RE whole by RE dash plus RE whole square minus RE square into, here we have the beta value. Okay, and here this denominator can shifted to the left side, then we will get IB1 into beta equal to V1 of RE dash plus RE whole by RE dash plus RE whole square minus RE square. Okay, we want to estimating the input resistance of this differential amplifier. We require the RIN equal to V1 by IB1. So here we have the IB1 term at the left side and V1 term at the right side. Therefore here we will get V1 by IB1 equal to, so here we will get the RE dash plus RE whole square minus RE square whole by RE dash plus RE, that is equal to, here RE dash square plus RE square plus 2 into RE dash into RE minus RE square whole by RE dash plus RE. So here RE square cancel. Therefore V1 by IB1 equal to RE dash square plus 2 into RE dash into RE whole by RE dash plus RE. Okay, here we are considered the one important point is RE dash equal to what? Vt by Ie. So here Vt is the thermal voltage. The range of the thermal voltage is millivolts. Okay, and I is indicating what in the DC analysis emitter current. This IE current is large. Okay, therefore this Re value is small. Okay, and compared to the this emitter resistance of this differential amplifier, okay, so compared to this value is very small, that is Re dash is less than Re. Okay, so in this equation we can neglect this Re dash and this Re dash. Therefore V1 by Ib1 equal to 2 into Re dash into Re whole by Re. Okay, so these two terms cancel. Therefore input resistance of the differential amplifier equal to, here we forgot the beta value. Here we have the beta value. This is beta into beta into beta. Here also we have the beta term. Therefore the input resistance of the differential amplifier equal to 2 beta into Re dash. Okay, so this is indicating the input resistance of the differential amplifier. With respect to this equation, we can conclude one important point. That is, we know that the differential amplifier circuit have the beta value is large. Okay, so the beta value is large, then the input resistance of the differential amplifier also high value. Okay, so the differential amplifier should have the input resistance is very high. Okay, and next we are calculating the output resistance of the differential amplifier. Okay, output resistance is defined as the equivalent resistance that would be measured at output terminal with respect to ground. It means that we are redraw the equivalent circuit of the this differential amplifier. That is, here we have the dependent current source IC, and here we have the base terminal, and here we have the Re dash. Okay, and here we are connecting the collector resistance RC, and this DC voltage should be grounded. Okay, so with respect to this equivalent circuit, we are estimating the output resistance of the differential amplifier. Okay, so with respect to this equivalent circuit, here this is we are consider the VC1. Okay, and here it is have the collector resistance RC, and parallelly we have the dependent current source. Okay, this dependent current source can offer the more resistance. Compared to this more resistance, this RC value is very small. Okay, so this is we are consider the output resistance. Therefore the differential amplifier output resistance for the Q1 transistor and the Q2 transistor equal to RC. So in this way we are estimating the input resistance and output resistance and gain of the differential amplifier. Okay, thank you.